y'all. And it starts with the person in the mirror.
Which is you. And my wife touched on so much, and thank you for like really just sharing how you feel and just express your emotions. Love you.
Love you too.
A lot of people can't come on live and really express how they feel. And like for us, the jobs is what she touched on. She spoke about her family. Like they still going through the same stuff because they still trying to fit in with the same crowd. You got to stand out. And you got to be a leader and stop trying to be a follower. Mm-hmm. It's good to be a follower as long as you're following the right people. But when you are not following the right people, and they lead you astray, you need to stop trying to fit in and choose another route. And like she spoke on Forrest, my job situation, the thing is why I don't fit in at most jobs because number one, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I don't take nonsense. If I feel like I'm being mistreated, I'm going to speak on it. I don't bite my tongue for nobody no more. And that's what it is. Like, I don't care. It can be the CEO, the president, the vice president, the COO, the owner. If I feel like they being unfair towards me, I'm gonna speak on it. Because at the same time, I'm not doing what everybody else doing. I don't make my money and go home and smoke and drink it up. I don't do that. So I don't fit in at most jobs just because I don't indulge in what they indulge in. And I stand out. I'm just being real. That's why everywhere every job I done went to in Texas, like that I done had, people get mad at me because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do this. I'd rather go home and read and listen to audio. I'd rather go home and work on my goals instead of going out chasing women and clubbing. So I've been stopped trying to fit in the job. If a job don't accept me, I just move on. Because like I said, I do work a 9 to 5. But once I get to setting all these plays up with these people I'm connecting on the OWL app, I'm going to lead a 9 to 5. I said, look, I'll be 38. I'm 38. I said when I turn 40, I'm not going to work for nobody else. I'm tired of going to the plantation. I'm tired of trading my time for money. But I like how James always say, my brother James, he always say, a job is your first investment. But at the end of the day, a job is your first investment because you give them that time, they're going to have to pay you for your time. But stop trying to fit in with these jobs, man. Like, if you know you don't belong with that job and you feel like the holidays coming along, which I don't celebrate, and you feel like it's time for you to change, relocate, get up out of there. I do what's best for me and not what's best for them. If my mental is off, they low energy is trying to intertwine with my high energy. I do what's best. I would walk off a job before I deal with some bullshit.
Or it tries to interfere with your high vibration. And a lot of people that are low vibrating, they notice that
oh, that's Alicia.
I am more than enough. Period. Yeah, that's move Alicia. On. That's what I'm talking about. They see that. They know that you're not like them. So it pisses them off. They do weird things. They'll tell you straight up, we be talking about you, or I don't like you, or man, we from Illinois. We don't play that. So we got to move on because, baby, one thing about that Illinois blood, it's real. I'm from Chicago, and you know what I'm saying? Like we don't do none of this, baby. All this talk, and so you're not bringing me back down to where I used to be. I'll move around because at the end of the day, I've had to, leave a job before. I've had to get up and walk away. They can't take our light because they so dark. They function in the dark. So when this light come around, baby, they don't like it.
They definitely don't like it.
They don't like it.
If I say I've been trying to fit in, whether it's family, a job, whether it's so-called homeboys, people I grew up with, I don't gotta fit in with y'all no more because I know y'all still living in the dark. I had to move on. Like my sister Lee said, they can't take your light. Like when you are shining bright, you don't do what they do. You gave up all the things of the third dimension and you on a 5-dimensional vibration. They do not like you. I don't gotta fit in like people. And you know what? And this just hit my conscious ancestors. Thank you, ancestors. People that try to fit in, they are broken. They need validation. They can't be by themselves. They got to always be around somebody to make it seem like they the man or they the woman. Stop trying to fit in and stand the fuck out. You don't need an entourage. You make more moves when you by yourself. Once you be by yourself for a little bit, everything else gonna get placed in your life. And I'm a firm believer of it. Like once I left Illinois, I left Alabama, I left Arizona, and got to just doing my own thing, moved to Killeen, Texas. Like got 2 apartments on my own. Even though I was still hanging around wrong people that didn't really want to have me drinking and smoking. But once I changed that mindset and it's like, you know what? I ain't gotta fit in with y'all no more. I'm stop trying to fit in. That's when I met my wife. My wife. I said I feel say my wife. That's when I met my wife and I moved. I ain't gotta fit in with y'all no more. Like y'all don't got no goals. Y'all don't want to do. Y'all want to drink and smoke. I'm not fit to be around y'all. If y'all don't want to build legs for y'all kids, y'all don't want to better yourself. I'm not fit to be around y'all.
Yeah, I was by myself for many, many years. And I noticed it took me being by myself and growing with me, my individuality, myself, for who I am, the goddess that's in me, the goddess that I am, and to break the habits that I knew I needed to break, to change my ways, to vibrate on a higher level, to grow, to love myself. And my husband came along. And when we met, it was for us because neither one of us smoked, neither one of us drank. We don't party. We have very few to no friends at all. We are each other's best friend. We read books, we work out, we eat healthy. Those are the things that brought us together because I couldn't find that nowhere else because no one is like that, and this is what was meant for me. So that's why I never. And
I'm a weirdo. We weird, so that's why we get along. That's why we fit in because we weird. Like we don't try to be like nobody else. When we in the store, we don't be out grouchy and upset. We have fun while we out because we know we cut some people out in our life so we can vibe high. And I like how sis said, shout out to my sis, man, Alicia, man, like more than enough, period. Like she support us. I've been knowing her for so long. And like, and when I say she jumped back on our app, like she encouraged me. She always encouraged me. Only problem she had with me is when I used to drink and smoke. I'm being real. Like, nah, I'm not like, that's the only problem she had with me. Like, cause she was like, you need to cut it out. And like, I thank you, sis, for like encouraging me, being hard on me. Like, look, bro, I see your potential. I see what you're trying to do. Thank you so much for being there for me and letting me know that I don't need that. Soon I cut all that off. The universe sent me my queen. Cause like she know my story. Alicia, my sis, she know my story, but she was like, bro, I see what you got going on. Cut it out. That's not for you. And I took that advice, even though I didn't backslid a few times, but I took her advice and now I feel like I'm the best I ever been. That's why it's no stopping. Yeah. But once you stop trying to fit in, the universe will send the right people that will encourage you, that will tell you to stop doing what you're doing because you are destined for greatness. Anything you want to add, baby?
No, we all are destined, right? It's greatness is in you. It's in you. And don't forget that, y'all, we are all beautiful. We are all great. It takes a lot of willpower, dedication, determination. Go ahead, babe. It takes a lot of that to get to where you want to be in life. It's not easy. It's a price to pay. But guess what? It's worth it. It's worth it. We're not trying to knock anybody who smoke and drink. We just saying what works for us. We just saying what works for. I'm telling you, Les Brown and Jim Ron, and Eric Thomas, and all the great speakers, all the greats out there that don't drink and smoke. Y'all, millionaires, billionaires, they'll tell you right now. Successful, real authors out there, they'll tell you right now, to this day, that drinking and smoking will hold you back, not just mentally and physically, but financially. So in order to, you gotta definitely be ready for change and be comfortable with uncomfort. You know, it's going to be uncomfortable for a little bit.